Let's see who is on this team. Hi, Tiff. If you can hear me, can you please hit the 1 for me so I can know that y'all can hear me? My mother called herself writing me some notes. How about those apples? And she left an end note for me to read to y'all. I'm recording. Shut up. Thank you. Hi, Sapphire. How you doing? Let's see. When is this guy's birthday? Okay, so Tekashi is a coins, and he's young. So, I'm gonna put him as the Knight of Coins because he's still a baby. I'm trying to wait for everybody to kind of pile in a little bit so it's not so many people missing the beginning while I do the part that I don't like, which is look for the card. Alright. So, welcome to Nothing But the Truth, guys. Motherfucker Chronicles. You already know what time it is. Shout out to my day ones for fun. And shout out to everybody that is new. Thank you for coming to support my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. If you are interested in getting your very own reading, then you can go over to www.NBTl.com. Register under the free membership, which allows you to get notifications outside of YouTube, and also where you can have your own little area where you can book your readings and other things like that. So anyway, tonight I decided to hop on here on some late night shenanigans and do a reading on TEKASHI69 and find out what is all the drama behind this whole movement that's going on here. Because it was last minute, I didn't get to do my Bajubas first, so I'm gonna do my Bajubas real quick and give everybody a couple of minutes to get their piling on. That way more people get to see this joint from the beginning. Good evening to everybody. Thank you for hitting the number 1 and giving me my little fake celebrity sound check. Thank you, Sapphire. I really do appreciate that. I'm just waiting for, the folks to get off my neck bone a little bit so I can get my channel back to growing as it should. Other than that, I hope everybody has been having a wonderful week. I'm trying to have a wonderful week. Got to have some storm fun, knocked over trees fun, food going to waste fun, all of that good fun. Yep. She said, get yourself your own personal read. I can dig it. Yes, if you are new, you might as well catch that $15 special. Because, that's just how we do. It's different. We different. Alright, so let me get it together. I'm getting it together, folks. Alright, we got 7 folks in here. Alright, let me hurry up and do my Jubas. I go to the Most High God. Thank you for protecting our minds, body, souls, and energy fields. I come this evening to ask for protection of divine right. The one only. Keep hold the ember of the spirit around. Let's see. Pay homage to Aladamari, Olaroon, Obatala, 401 Orishas, Warriors. Bye, yeah, what you find out? Shit. Four elements, light and dark, masculine energy, shit. Over 2 to the warrior, to the elite, to that boom, boom, I know my shit, ask to reverse any low vibrational or dark demonic energies. And reverse them back to the known and unknown. Send this 3 times 3. Ashe. We ask to bring in blessings of love, prosperity, wealth, and health to all those who are associated with me, including myself, and of course, peace at all times. So here we are, Ashe. And we are getting to look in and see what's going on with Mr. Tekashi. If you just rolled up, I'm doing a bone throw. And I'm also going to do a full tarot card reading on this situation. Tekashi is an earth sign. He's a Taurus. And so, because he's young, I put him as the Knight of Coins in the middle. So, I'm going to throw the bones to find out what is carrying on around this guy, period, in general. Not a bad throw at all. I think that was a good one. I still ain't found my little sticky thingy. So, yes, I am using the big feather. Okay? So, anyway, as you can see, surprising for somebody that is on the earth, okay, there is no bones that land in the middle, which represents the ego, which is, where the card is landing. So I like to start from the air and go around. As you can see, if the bones land outside of the circle, they are a non-factor, or outside of this little octagon shape. They are pretty much a non-factor. But we have this bone, half on and half off. We have the baby bone right at the edge. You have the coffin pin half on and half off. You got the fish half on and half off. So there is a lot of things that are being cleared out of his way. So to rid ourselves of confusion, I'm going to just move these out the way because they are out of the circle. Point blank, bottom line, and period. That is out. That is out. That is out. If it is touching the octagon, it's staying in. Or whatever you want to call a darn thing, for Christ's sakes. Alright, so that one was out. Out. That one was halfway, and this one is out. Okay. So here we got a little bit more organization going on here. Now we can kind of see what's actually going on. So first off, when it comes to the air energy, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, we see there's really no bone there. So this lets you know that there is, and this is over his head. So when it comes, he is thinking perfectly fine. There is nothing wrong with the little boy. Okay, he is very clear in his thoughts, very clear in his communication, very clear in his intentions. Period. Thank you, Sapphire Blue. So here we have 4 and we got 1 out the way. Okay, and this is either coming in or going out. But I would say that this is something that is probably going out, out of his life, where he has these 4 individuals. Because this is what this represents for me. This is let me know that there's 4 other individuals that he interacts with that's kind of either coming into his life or going out. So we'll probably see that in the tarot cards later. Here you got the fish weight, letting you know that, when it comes to communication and business, there is something there that's kind of weighing him down and kind of holding him still right this moment. When you go into the fire signs, talk about Sagittarius, Leo, Aries energy. This is talking about where he's at right now. And right now, he is moving fast as hell. Okay, he's trying to make sure that his family is good. The thing that motivates him to even do these things is his family. Period. It's just that simple. And this is something that took him a while to begin to cherish, which is family. But at the end of the day, he is the sole provider for the most part, and this is what's motivating him to continue to push on regardless of what the controversy is of the moment. Now, it shows that he is very emotional. He is very sensitive. He can get really spiteful, and he can be very petty. And that shows with his physical bone landing in the water sign right now. But right now, I think he's at a point where he is learning how to separate his emotions from everything else. He's learning how to, mask his emotions out the way, so that the world can't see. So he's learning how to cover these things up, which will give him a better game face when he's doing business, right? Okay, so now here we have the chicken bone, the bone that is talking about moving people and things and obstacles out the way. And here you see the fork, you see the coin, you see the wedding band, you also see the butter knife. And here we have the bone that represents fertility and relationships landing right on the earth. And so this here is a conversation of, he may be detached all the way across the board, even from a relationship. And this is not a relationship as far as like a girlfriend or a baby mother. No, this is business. This is why that butter knife is here and is landing on money. This is him trying to figure out how to get out of and away from, these business agreements and relationships that he have formed with people, because he is over his head in stress and debt. End period. Okay, it's showing that, right now, this is amazing how the eye is landing on the actual opening of the money sign. Right now everybody's in his pockets. Everybody is minding his business. There is no level of privacy. And he got a lot of business information that got him ready to get the hell up out the way. Period. He got eyes. He's smart. Okay? He know. So here we see between the earth and the air, you see the coffin pin. You also see this bone of choice. You also see the spoon representing the water signs and emotion. Okay, you also see this masculine energy. So you see this flux going on. Okay, all of these things represent transition. Okay, this is a discussion of, I'm not trying to even be around for this. Hi, Miss Red, how you doing? He feels that something may possibly happen to him. And a lot of it, he kind of feels like, a lot of it comes from trolling. But then why should it come from trolling when the whole industry is about trolling? So this is where his mind is like, there's nobody in the industry that is not trolling to some degree. So why wouldn't I do it and I'm able to get rich doing it? Am I under attack? This is how he's looking at this situation. Okay, so we're gonna lay down the cards and try to get into the details to find out some things, like what is it that Tekashi is trying to help people in the world understand about the industry, because some of the things he say are definitely like, you might as well call him, how they say Trump is like hated. Well, he's like the Trump of the industry right now. No lie. Him and Kanye right now are the Trumps of the industry. Alrighty, so let's see what we get out of this situation with the tarot. Alright, guys, let's see what we get. Oops. Well, little hand syndrome, y'all. Oh yeah, everybody, if y'all got questions, just wait until I'm done at the reading, and I'll ask them, put them in capitals, so that when I scroll back up, I can find your question. I'll try to answer everybody's questions in reference to Tekashi. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you're interested in getting more content that's more than what I have on here, you can just hop on over to www.nbtl.com and come pay me a visit, Alright, so let's see. So first off, let's look and see what's covering Mr. Tekashi right now. What is his main focus on? if he's even focused on anything, because you know they all crazy right now. Everybody losing their mind. Okay, so here we got the lovers. Okay, and so we're gonna have to get details because the lovers can mean, you know, business dealings or interactions that require him to look at himself on a moral level. It also can represent a relationship where there's cheating involved. It can represent, you know, somebody being nosy. So yeah, let's get to the meat and potatoes, as the old folk would say, the meat and potatoes. Let's see what the lovers pops out for. Actually, so here goes the moon. Here goes the 8 of coins. Here goes the 9 of swords. All right, so we're gonna do 2 on each side. I like that better. And then we have the emperor. All right, so when we're looking at the moon, we're looking at, you know, things being hard to identify, things being not very clear. This is sometimes a person not listening to their intuition. People, you know, kind of having a veil thrown over their eyes and things of that nature. So what it's showing is that there were some things that were not clear in reference to money, you know, in reference to, you know, the outcome of this particular partnership and situation. And so right now, this is causing an immense amount of stress with this guy when it comes to doing business and being in a position where he controls all aspects of his stuff, whether that be masters, whether that be, you know, creative content rights, whatever it is. He's starting to realize that, listen, the only way to have what I should have or what I am worth is to be in full control of my own stuff. Okay? So, now, I got a question, which is, what is it? A good question, which was, was Tekashi actually in jail serving life? Okay, so I'm gonna ask this question because what I'm seeing here is that this is about money and contracts and agreements and having control over your own stuff. So let's see if him going to jail was even real in the first place. Oh, that was all the way real. So here you got judgment, you have the 10 of swords, and you have the 5 of cups. Okay, and what this is a discussion of is that first off, he went to jail, you know, because they wanted to put him in a position where he needed them. I don't know nothing about that, Stevie baby. I can't even say nothing. I know. Well, matter of fact, yes, I can. I've seen Tekashi. I mean, he knows people who knows me. I'm sure that we will all know that in Harlem or in Brooklyn or in the Bronx. He's ran around all of those barrels. I'm not really sure about that. I can't call it. And I really don't think that for Trippy. But that would have been a very cute girl. You know why. But anyway, so, you know, when we talking about this trying to break him, we're going to throw you in jail because we want you to crawl back to the industry, okay, and need us for something. But I don't think that worked very well, okay? So let me see. Was 9 Trey really under any kind of investigation? Well, yeah, he may wear lace fronts, but, you know, Trump's toupee is lace. Steve Harvey's high top was lace. Cedric the Entertainer, lace. D.L. Hughley, probably lace. Like, that ain't nothing new. Actually. Alright, so let me see. Because I just lost my whole train of thought. Yeah, see that? I'm going crazy. Alright, so anyway, they wanted him to crawl back to him. Obviously, that didn't work. Okay, so let's see who really played a part. or in that situation. Okay, so you got the Malika of Wands, the Two of Coins, the Malika Cups, and a card of Death. So here you got a woman that's either Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, or somebody who's light skinned, somebody who's mixed, or somebody who is Caucasian. But this also could represent somebody that is a businesswoman. It also can represent witchcraft. It can also represent a female that is very sneaky and conniving, but older. Okay, Two of Coins. So here we see that these two, each have a hand in this guy's money in his pockets. So it's showing that here, this is something that inevitably had to change. It was going to happen the way it did no matter what. Okay? So now let me get back to the original question, which is, what I want to know is, was non-Trey really under investigation? I had to wait for my question to pop back up. So, was non-Trey really under investigation? Okay, so it's showing that, yeah, they really was under investigation. And so here you have this Princess of Wands. Even though this represents the page, it could be a male or a female, but this is somebody who is young. Okay. And here you got the Empress, okay? And she's coming to the table telling all the truth. There is some things that they just don't want out, okay? And so, yeah, they was investigating, and yeah, somebody was a snitching, okay? And they was ready to push Holmes' whole hairline back, his whole lace front back, okay? And so it's showing that somebody was snitching. Now, the thing that's weird about this is that we don't have all of the earth signs on the board, but they have him, he comes up according to his birthday as the Knight. But it's showing here him as the Princess of Air, which is about the air signs or somebody who's functioning in the air signs. So that's communication all the way. Then we got the Empress, who reveals the truth. Put it in capitals so when I'm done reading, I can look at the question. Okay, so yeah, there was definitely here the snitching. So let's ask, why was he snitching on them if they were initially supposed to be a partnership? Nine of Wands, right. Okay, so it's showing right here the Nine of Wands, Seven of Cups, Ten of Coins, and the Four of Wands. It's letting you know he did this as a form of defending himself. Okay, he had no real other choices because all his money and everything that he built was getting destroyed with these people in his way. Is he afraid of his safety and his family right now? Let's see. That's a good question. Oh, yeah. By the way, everybody go tag my boy 69 so he can look at the video. So, okay. So, what it's showing is that, to a degree, yes, he was concerned in reference to safety because, you know how people are. But at the same time, he's not somebody that sits still. If you see the Six of Coins, letting you know that he has no problem paying for his protection. And, he thinks a little bit further ahead of the game. I think people are sleeping on how extremely smart this dude actually is. I don't think people have even a fraction of an understanding of how this boy's mind actually works. He is probably a little genius junior. Seriously, okay? He's aware that there are people who would like to harm him or people that's close to him, and so he moves differently. You understand? It may seem to the world that he's being reckless, but like I told you, he's smarter than a fifth grader, so people got to roll that back. So now, is the industry trying to blackball him right this moment? Even though I didn't see it work as of yet. Is his girlfriend Jade pregnant right now? Okay, got it. Is his girlfriend Jade pregnant right now? Hold on, I'll ask my question in a second. 3 of coins and me of cups. Oh, okay. So, it's showing that she very well could be very, very, very pregnant. But if she's not careful, it may not go down like how she wanted. She needs to avoid stress. Period. Point blank, bottom line. If all hell is breaking loose, then let all hell break loose and you just move out the way. Otherwise, she's going to be putting way too much stress on herself right now, and then that's not going to be the outcome she wants. Period. So she very well may be pregnant. Now, again, I'm losing my mind today. I don't even remember what I wanted to ask. But anyway, matter of fact, I want to know. So, how is he being blackballed in the industry right now? Is that even a true narrative? Okay, so here we got the Malika of Coins. That represents an earth sign. 10 of Cups. You got the 6 of Wands and the 9 of Coins. So what it's saying is that, there is somebody who may be dark skinned or, the darker of the lighter complexions. The darkest of the lighter complexions. Or somebody with dark hair, dark eyes. Or somebody that's a Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo woman who is older than him. Who is also his family. Or like family. Also is the reason why he is supersized successful. And if you see, he just made a nice little chunk of change not too long ago. I don't know if this is literally a family member or if this is genuinely how he may look at doing business with Nikki. Like, this is like my family. She's successful and she's always making sure that I'm right, regardless of what the media gotta say. And that's because she knows what that's like to be slandered and violated and disrespected and lied on. Okay. Now, so we got that he did tell, and he did it to defend himself. Okay. Why? Because they really was trying to extort him. They really was dead trying to extort him. I would like to look at some of the other celebrities' names who came up. Why is Jim Jones's name even in the thing? Let's see. Allegedly, because everybody lawsuit happy. Okay. So it's showing here this earth sign. It's showing an older woman, well established, got her life together, probably got kids already. But it could also be confirming this person here, okay, and who she is. But it's showing here there's a big miscommunication or fight with this person and the Princess of Cups, which would represent a water sign. So that's Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Okay, and this could be male or female. It's also showing the King of Swords here, which is an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, so here you got these, we could say, 2 people here getting into it. So we're gonna have to get some details because it's looking like Mr. Jim got some other shenanigans going on, and these ideas are not coming directly from his brain, but being manipulated by seems to be an older woman. Very interesting. So let's see why and who she is and what she doing there. Anybody know when Jim Jones's birthday is? Because I don't. Let's see. Right. Okay, so here we got the Malika coins. We also got the sun. And we also got the fool. Okay. And so here, this individual, this female, seems to have invested and saw potential. And, I think she kind of got played like a fool. So there may have been some backdoor business dealings where somebody invested in somebody and they didn't get what they were supposed to get back to this woman here, and that person seemed to have tried to make up for that by extorting 6ix9ine. I find that to be real interesting. So I don't know what other side dealings he had. Hey, just star, but clearly there was some business dealings to a degree where, okay, let's say this way, allegedly. Because I don't want nobody to think that I ain't trying to tell y'all, give y'all the scoop. So let's say this allegedly. Let's say allegedly Jim, is married to allegedly Christy, which we all know is facts, but we're going to throw the allegedly in there. Let's say she, as a wife, decided to give him a nice little chunk of money and loan that he might have told her he was getting ready to invest in this guy. But what if I tell you that he didn't really do what he said he was going to do? He kind of told a little white lie and thought he was going to come up and ended up not coming up. And so he decided, this kid looks up to me. I could put him under the wing. Thank you. I can put him under the wing, and, before you know it, he'll trust me. I'll know a lot about him. I can get, gang, gang, gang to flip a top on homes, okay? And so that's how he even came into the picture. He was trying to save himself from a serious darn beatdown. No lie. That's what he was trying to do. He had screwed up some money and thought that, this little boy was going to be an easy lick. And then he thought that the no snitch rule was in appliance when it wasn't. And it caused him a mess. Okay, so he's a whole, I think, cancer. So let's see. Somewhere in the tabloids, they say allegedly Cardi B's name came up in this whole situation. So let's see what in the world did she come up for. I don't have her birthday either, but I'm sure however it is, it'll come out. So let's see. Why was Cardi involved in this situation, allegedly? Okay. So here we got the 7 of coins, we got the 3 of wands, and we got the Amir, the Knight of Swords, okay? And so this was about trying to find a way to kind of group her with a situation that would kind of cause her a problem. Thank you. That would cause her a problem. The only difference is, she wasn't going for that. It just wasn't going down like that. She disassociated herself quick, fast, and in a hurry. Because in reality, she didn't have nothing to do with that, okay? Oh, she's a Libra? Okay. Well, that would make sense right there. That she comes up as a Amir of Swords, a Libra. It's showing that, she did invest money in this kid. And so this is kind of how that came up. And she must have been, matter of fact, she disassociated herself, but she was amongst the group people. So let's get it clear. She was definitely involved in her own way. Yes, she did have money invested on the situation. Yes, she was a part of their little clique, their little crew. Yeah, she has something to do with that. On Lizzie, allegedly, because you know these celebrities that jump down your throat for no reason. So anyway, who else did they say was involved? I don't even remember. It was so many people. But anyway, um, being that we should all know that Tekashi has pretty much broke the Dawn. No problem, broke the Dawn internet a few times when he drops his songs. Is there any way at this point that the industry can control the flow of money that he's bringing in any shape, form, or fashion? Because it seems that they have been trying and it's not working. Period. So let's see. Okay, so this is talking about him dealing with situation where the industry will manipulate and have people thinking this way and thinking that way and thinking this way. You understand what I'm saying? Where you have no clue of what is the truth. You know, 1 minute everything is chaos, next minute everything is good, and there is no specified balance, okay? None. And so, really, it's always going to be a back and forth when it comes to 6ix9ine. He's going to have his moments, and then he going to be right back on. He going to have his moments, and then he going to be right back on. But the industry at this point, sorry, they will not be able to maintain that level of power. They would literally have to turn the TV off and the internet off from the whole wide world. Well, they still try to go after him to kill him. Well, that's cruel. Okay. So first off, um, it's not showing that he will be in that particular situation because of how smart this kid seems to have gotten. He's not worth much to them dead. He's worth more to himself dead than he is to them. Okay, so he seems to be a shitload lot smarter than these fools. Okay, and so they're gonna always try to go for putting him in jail, always trying to sneak and do things to put him in a position of losing. But I don't think that they're gonna ever. This is like, shoosh, Kanye West Part 2. Why is he protected? Good question. Let's see. Well, he's always been protected. He's always been that way because of where he come from and who he is. He's been this way since his very, very, very beginnings. Whether he noticed it or not is irrelevant. But he is in his divine line, you know, to be this. And from what this is saying is, to be honest, I don't know if he is or was that story of being poor. I don't know how true that is, because what this is saying is that from his very beginnings, his family had bread. So this may be his whole entire narrative, may be trolling. I don't know. I'm just saying. Allegedly. Okay? What I can say is that he does a hell of a lot of community service to back up his storyline. But y'all gotta understand that whatever information y'all get about these celebrities is a storyline. Okay? Period. What else did I want to ask? I know I had another question. I had to wait for it to pop back into my brain, because I did have another question. Oh yes, I know what it is. I want to know if there is anything in particular that 6ix9ine is actually trying to bring to the surface without bringing it to the surface. Let's see. We got the Malika Wands, the Six of Swords, the Hangman, the Seven of Wands, the Malika of Cups. Wow, the Four of Coins. Might as well put another one. Ace of Wands, Two of Cups, the World. Damn, and the Teacher. So first, let me do these two rows real quick. Okay, this is what he's trying to get people to understand. So when you're talking about the Malik of Wands, you talking about the King of Wands, you're talking about the head businessman, okay? And so what this is showing is the next card being the Six of Swords. He's saying, listen, you want to be an entrepreneur, that's all fine and well, but when you link up with these systems, with these businesses, with these so-called creative individuals or this so-called industry, you know, it brings you nothing but balance. You end up having to sacrifice things about yourself and about your beliefs that you otherwise wouldn't. And so the advice is to stay out the way. Just simply stay out the way. You know, he's also showing the Malika of Cups, which represents an older woman, like a mother figure that may be a water sign. Was that Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces, right? He very well may be and don't even freaking know. Who knows? Well, I don't know, but I do know that neither one of them are in Chirac in the first place. I think one is in Atlanta, the other one's in Florida, or something of the sort. But I don't know. I'll look at that in 1 second. So it's definitely showing an older woman around, you know, and it's either that this person is thick, older, somebody who's like my complexion, maybe dark skin. Usually the water signs cover like all of the complexions. But this also could represent somebody that he has love for or that has love for him. But I really think that this is somebody that he may have done business with who has helped him tremendously and who hasn't kicked his back and then threw him on the corner somewhere. And that shows the Four of Coins. You know, this person is just as rebellious and just as stubborn as he is. He's showing here, you know, trying to get what you create from these people is hard. Trying to get out of these agreements and partnerships is hard. Especially when you're before the world, okay, and they the ones who have the power. But he's also showing that everybody in the world has the power, depending on how they interact with these industries. Okay. So he's saying that we got just as much power. We had the power to make him rich. We also have the power to make him poor. But for some reason, the industry believes that it is them. And so he's out to prove a point that no matter what you try to do to me, as long as the people who follow me know that everything that I do is for real, they gonna always connect with me. I'm always gonna have a group of people, whether they be artists or just regular people, who connect directly with TEKASHI69, and it's nothing nobody can do about it. Pretty much. So somebody has a clearer mind than most of these adults. Period. So let me see what his overall outcome will be when it comes to dealing with the industry and everybody trying to blackball him for kind of defending himself and it just being made public to humiliate him. Period. So let's see. Overall outcome. We got the Gin card. We got the Eight of Cups. Eight of Wands. The roller coaster. Three of Swords. Ace of Cups. Ace of Swords. So this is crazy. But what it's saying here is that, you know, this industry is devilish, okay? And it's gonna come to a point where he walks away. His way of looking at what wealth is going to immediately change. But it's also showing that it's very possible that right now he is where he need to be and he's at the top. But he has to be careful when it comes to dealing with these people, these industries, because as quickly as they gave it to you is as quickly as they will have you parting with your stuff. Period. Okay? And so he gonna have to stop responding and reacting with his emotions and start using his mind. If he want to play this game, he gonna have to play with his mind. No emotions. They already hurt your feelings. They already humiliated you. They already did all of that. But what he did that nobody realized is that he already proved that they didn't have control, whether they held important things like his masters or not. They cannot control his views. He broke the internet with no support from the darn industry. So just think about that. Okay, so let me see. Okay, and so here we got the Four of Cups in Justice. Okay, so eventually it's like, okay, I'm bored, I'm over this. You know, he's gonna definitely go through a period of being depressed and aggravated, because he's gonna feel like he was not handled fairly. And, you know, it's simply because this industry or system or woman was mad because I used their tactics against them, and they were not able to manipulate me. And this is why you see that butterfly there. Okay? That represents the windows to souls and how your vision processes and sees things. Is also another symbol that they use in ink blotting when they do therapy. But that's what they're talking about. He's saying because this is an industry that once you mess with it, you're stuck with it. Point blank bottom line. Once you sign a contract, that is what you stuck with, and only the few climb up out that spot. Period. Now, it says, is 6ix9ine coming back through Chirac to try to work with or troll drill rappers King Von and Lil Durk? Well, I wouldn't say that he wouldn't do it. First off, it's showing, you know, him in his star position. He's a star. It's also showing him in his troll behavior, coming up as the Princess of Swords, because there was no more heirs. But yeah, you know, he know how to antagonize and cause confusion and controversy. He knows what the people will fall for, and it makes money. So if you see a troll session go on between 6ix9ine, King Von, and Durk, 9 times out of 10, they all agreed to do that, and they all agreed to make money off of that. Period. It's a business. It's not, you know, these issues don't be that serious. They only get out of hand when people allow their emotions and ego to get involved, and they allow the majority to sway how they usually feel. Then you might see some fights kick off or something of the nature. Pretty simple. So let me scroll up real quick and see what's going on with y'all questions. Please don't slam the door. Let's see. What were the questions? Stevie, wear more lace. I think I got everybody. Do. Did I get everybody's questions? Will his baby mother Sarah get over him? That's a good question. I didn't see that question, so let me go answer that. Will 6ix9ine's baby mama Sarah get over him? Exactly. That's what it's about. Mm, 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 mm. So yeah, she will eventually get over him. It's showing, her coming up as a fire sign. It's showing that, this is about her maturing and growing up and gaining balance. So, will he make new movies in movies or TV? Much love you. Hi, Cassandra. How are you doing? But yeah, she'll definitely get over it. This is about just, the regular growing pains of life. Let's see about these movies. Six of Cups. No, I don't. I don't see him really stressing to come up with no movies right now. He may in the future decide to try it, but right now it's like, yo, I'm just done with the whole industry. I'm just doing my own thing. Period. Did he sell his soul? Okay, wait, but when y'all ask selling soul, everybody got their own idea of what selling your soul is. So, you would have to tell me what that is. But what it's showing here is, regret and depression, chasing after, the good life. And him not thinking before he made some of his choices. So he very well may have, being that we got the sun card that comes up, it very well could be that he did that. And he did it in a way where he didn't think about the consequences and repercussions of, selling away morality. Let's see. Okay. So do anybody else have any questions that y'all want to ask in reference to 6ix9ine? Because if not, I'm going to get up off this thing. But you already know, if you're my day one, I always fuck with you the wrong way. That don't ever change. And if you are new to this spot over here with the NBT family, aka the community, if you're interested in getting a first time subscriber reading, you can simply mosey over to www.nbtterror.com. The link is in the description. Any old ways, pick up a membership, go to my services, and book you a reading for $15 for a new subscriber. Don't forget to leave your YouTube username anyway. Outside of that, I am here. I am still working on updating a free membership. If you just simply want to get notifications and have access to your own little kind of account so that you can book appointments with me, you can just hit the free link. I made it available again, but the site content is only available for the paid subscribers and those who made it before the 31st. But of course, I'm gonna run more specials later. So anyway, thank you for jumping in here with me to read on Mr. 6ix9ine. And from what I see here, he seemed to have told pretty much the honest to God's truth, period. But me and my mom have a thing where she gets to leave her overall comment on the reading of the evening. So this is from Mama. She is not Triple OG, but she says she is Mama Double OG. And she says, no snitch rule. She's saying no, Tekashi wasn't wrong. The snitch rule was violated from his homies when they extorted him. And then she said, and screwed his girl, kidnapped and beat him up, and provided no security, which is how others in the industry, old ass men, tried and did extort 6ix9ine. Okay. With that being said, 6ix9ine gets a pass for the no snitch rule. that the streets waived the no snitch rule for 6ix9ine. His crew violated the street rules several times first, and so revenge is a motherfucker. Revenge is just one of the many codes of the street, and so 6ix9ine keep it in the streets. Pow, pow, pow. Love always, Mama, the official OOG. That's what Mama Duke's got to say for this evening's shenanigans. And I hope everybody tag 6ix9ine and let him know that NBT Sky took a peep at that and he was definitely not lying. And this means that my mother's vision on the situation was pretty darn on point. They violated first. It is 1 o'clock, and so he outsmarted the old folks. Don't forget, see y'all on the next wave. Good night, boo-boos.